The thing I've always loved about here, the wood that's here comes into the yard, goes into the retort and comes out as charcoal. So you supercharge the product. Its carbon footprint is so much better managed. For me, I come to the woodland and I can come here to be on my own and quiet, but I never am, because I'm surrounded by the trees, and that's the community I work in. But it's also, it is a metaphor for us. Each species, each tree type, strong, less strong, older, younger, they map into our own communities. And so, we take care of all of those things in our community. I'm trying to see the conversation isn't exclusive to us. It's shared between us and the environment we're in, and that's what I hope to bring. We have blind spots, and sometimes we wake up to them. We suddenly become massively aware, or we want to be aware. Charcoal for me was always one of those things that we spend so much time with provenance of a beast, where it comes from, who raises it, how it's raised, and then the last place that it goes to make its transformation from a raw to a cooked product is in front of the fire, and often that fire became invisible because it was just a hot fire. If that's going to spend its last part of its journey there, let's think of what that fire consists of. Let's have a sweet fire. Let's burn a sweet fire, and we know where that fire comes from. I saw the first wild boar on a spit in a Saxon building on one Sunday, and I was just, smitten with it. And, why wouldn't you be? It was amazing. It was like, it's just amazing. Sort of wind forward, I started cutting trees for a job at the age of 14. But then, say 15 years ago, I didn't have any central heating. So I went back to cutting wood in the front yard of my house, which, thinking about it now, seeing a man swinging an axe in a front garden in Crystal Palace was slightly incongruous, but it's where we started. And people were really curious. And so we started selling wood to our neighbours and things like that. And so the London Log Company just was a kind of almost ironic thing, because we were doing it out of sheer necessity, because we had young children and no heating. I'd always cooked outside, so I was cooking on wood. And I think probably one of the early chefs was Dave Pint from Burnt Ends, and then Tom Adams and people like that from PICU. But Lee Tiernam was probably one of my earliest people who said, you should be in the restaurant industry. But I didn't really know what that meant. It sounds quite a romantic idea, you should be in the industry. All these guys you see here were otherwise employed doing other things, or not employed. They're young guys, they're the future of this industry. And if we can make a market for them to trade into in the future, when I'm no longer doing what I'm doing now, those guys have got a template, and it's a genuine one, and it's authentic, and they can take ownership of it because they've seen it from the floor up, and that's really healthy, and that's what we want. It's rural economy, local jobs, local people taking care of that where they live, and if we take care of where we live locally, then we can understand how it is that we need to take care of things in a bigger picture. And so that's a good legacy, I think.